I want to talk about the Circe episode and the very odd choice made in the movie to keep some magic, but largely dispense with the gods and magical substances. Few people actually considered Circe the most fully realized and multidimensional of all of the women characters in the film, but I disagree. Her episode ended, and I had so many questions. Magic is toyed with here in the Circe part of the film. We do see her turn the men into pigs in a long and excruciating scene, and if the objective was to make people uncomfortable, then it definitely achieved its purpose. And I did find myself thinking, good for her. But once again, we get some limited magic, which feels out of place in a film without gods or other magical encounters. We don't get Hermes giving Odysseus the moly plant to make him impervious to Circe's powers, therefore missing out once again on the existence of gods and magic to make something happen, i.e., Odysseus being able to save his men. I did think that the hunting scene where the deer turns into a man was a clever way to get Odysseus to understand what had happened to his men, again, limited magic, but his interaction with Circe made no sense for me. Oh, he doesn't eat the food, and so she doesn't turn him into a pig. Cool. There's no Hermes and no magic plant, so what we get instead is just a guy refusing to eat, and a really weird invented moment with a bird who is Circe's sister? What was that about? Again, we learned so little about Circe during this encounter. She's got a sister. She turned her sister into a bird, but we don't know why. And if she turned her sister into a bird, why does she care if Odysseus tries to kill her? Circe was so underdeveloped. The back to your disguises line was really cool the first time she said it, but then she just kept repeating it, and I was like, yes, girl, we get it. Their true nature is pigs. Men are pigs. Yeah, we get it. I was also desperately unhappy with Circe's portrayal. Now, I have nothing against Samantha Morton, and I have thoroughly enjoyed her in other historical fictions like Harlots and The Serpent Queen. And once again, she gave us a really great performance. My problem is, for anyone who's even a little bit familiar with Homer's Odyssey, or like even Epic the Musical, for example, they know that Circe lives in a gorgeous palace, that she is sexy and alluring and very, very powerful. But once again, a female character has her power and influence squashed down by the movie's representation of her, reducing her to this witchy victim. Again, no hate to Samantha, but they made her hair all frazzled and they put her in dowdy pants and made her live in an ugly shack instead of a palace. I did also hear that she never read the source material and only ever read the script, so like, tut tut, Samantha. Now, if this was all done to shorten the amount of time that Odysseus and his men stay with Circe and to keep Odysseus faithful to Penelope, I understand, because in the poem, they're with her for a full year, enjoying her hospitality, enjoying her palace, and Odysseus is banging her, by the way. But I still feel like Circe was done really dirty here.